Does anyone know that song? I'll turn the camera on if you can figure out what that song is. I want the name. Oh! Argarok. You got it. Nice. What's up? How y'all doing? Sure thing. Sure thing. What's up? Howdy. It's, StarCraft lines. Hey, Galley. Oh, and hey, funny rhetorician. Yeah, I did. You were on the Prime panel the other night. Sing a song in the club style. I don't know what that means, and I'd probably do a bad job. So, probably not. My goodness, how long has it been since we've done a morning stream? Vosh, are you aware you've been deemed a stochastic terrorist? I've heard rumors. I've heard rumors of this. You look feverish, Vosh. It is. I think I might still be a bit sick, but it's also really warm in here. I can't open the windows because it's super windy, and I don't want to turn on the AC because I don't want to turn on the AC. So, we are where we are. Also, I did, shower recently, so, yeah. That's the hopes, Boshin, man. You've been trending for the past couple days for no reasonable amount. Yeah, seriously, I have no idea why the Twitter algorithm is so horny for me. Why? Oh my god, all the time, constantly. And then when it actually I'm still trending. When it shows how many tweets there are related to that trending, it's like 1,000. Like 1,000. What? That's not surprising. I'm a YouTuber. 1,000. Yeah, okay. Maybe if it was like 4,000, that would be indicative of a big uptick. You know? But 1,000 is not. That's just a normal number of tweets with my name in it. In a 24-hour period. I don't know how long the response timing is, but it's because your name is unique. Well, wouldn't that be not in my favor then? Because the only time people ever type out Vosh, I guess actually if you add in all the Voushes and Vooshes, you might even get a larger number of tweets. I don't know. Where are the Jolly Ranchers? I have them to my left, thank you. Excuse me. Pog, Galley. Happy to hear it. I love politics. I hate it, actually, but, Stochastic terrorist, don't you mean epic troller? True! We, yeah. Al-Qaeda insurgent? You don't mean, dank memer? Yeah. Very true. Bad empanada mad about your talk with Eris? I'm sure. Did I see the stupidest deal on tweet? I saw it, 2 minutes before going live. I will, I'll talk about it in a second. Holy shit, Hippy Dippy had such good memes. My favorite is Connor not understanding the modern militia movement, its existence for more than 30 years. Maybe it's because he comes from a liberal state without militia uprisings like where I live. I don't know. We'll have Monda talk for a bit, but I mean, I don't know. Can't exactly say that I have high hopes for bridges and their stability and non-flammability these days. Have I seen the Rose Wrist and Demon Mama debate? Nope. 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 No, I have not. What happened? Who won? Who's next? You decide. Epic. Rap battles of history. Y'all remember that? That was like half of YouTube for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I remember. Can I play Minecraft? I'm capable of it. Demon Mama doesn't understand the word policy. I see. I see. Someone was watching you for 5 hours yesterday and said you're a terrorist that hates private property. Okay, we can drop the euphemism. I have a genuine question that I need you guys to answer, okay? Destiny didn't really watch me for 5 hours yesterday, did he? It wasn't really 5 hours, right? It can't be that far. We can't have gone that far, can we? Oh, it's only 4.75. Damn. Yeah, where's that clip? Checked my Reddit when I woke up, which is what you all should do as well, okay? Very important. It's where I saw the Elon Musk tweet. Yeah, hold on. Destiny over a bit. It's the end of the friendship. Remember when Destiny encouraged people to hack my website? I don't really I don't the whole gentleman's agreement stuff is like totally out.
Dude, the biggest mistake that I ever made, and I think I do. I'm a little bit older and a little bit smarter and a little bit more hateful now. Not hateful, a little bit more conceited. I should have never
That's an interesting slip.
made my shit open source. I actually regret so much that I gave so many fucking degenerate fucking terrorist losers like this guy the opportunity to make a living doing online content by open sourcing all of my content just so that they could use like the code that I like paid for and shit for my site. Not all of it. Scene did a lot of volunteer work, to be fair.
He seems mad. A little mad. Did he just call me a terrorist? Yeah, it's because it's because of all of the politically motivated damage that I've done to his ego, you know? It's all of the international airliners that have steered into the twin towers of his self-esteem and his confidence. Oh, I inhaled spit. Oh, what a fucking loser. Bro, how'd you actually manage to break it? Yeah, I have no idea. I guess like I could take some pride in it because he seems to have completely lost his mind. And I guess I can feel some sense of responsibility over that, like, haha, I did that, you know, but I didn't really do anything. All I did was intellectually outpace him, you know? Jesus. I guess is he, you know, you hate to see you go, but I love to see you run away. I don't know, but the opposite.
Boss bad, boss bad, boss bad.
Can I do Okay Buddy tomorrow? I promise. Next night's stream, I promise. Excuse me. He said he created you. Actually, I created him. I will not elaborate. Thank you. Did you know he has the outpaced intellectually on his dono sound? Yeah, do you think that's why he's mad? Do you think this is like digital self-harm? Him having my voice as one of his dono sounds? Like he's having a chill stream and somebody donates $5 and he hears intellectually outpaced him or whatever the thing is. He's like he has a little, like his heart like has a little thump. You know what I mean? It's not good for him. Actually de-outpaced you by doing Okay Buddy Vosh on his own channel. True! True. Beaten me at my own game, you know. If you guys want Vosh content, honestly, I'm not even the best source of it anymore, okay? If you want no, did he no, I just like he covers my channel all the time. He didn't actually do Okay Buddy. Excuse me. He should though. He's already my largest fan channel. Yeah, that's what he needs to do to get my fans pulled over. Yeah, he needs to do Okay Buddy. He has to do Okay Buddy. He has to do the email segments. He has to bring people on. He needs a Vosh clip channel. He is a Vosh clip channel. Yeah, he has to read my donos. Exactly, he has to read my donos. He has to, I wonder if you could pull that API publicly. You maybe could? I don't know how internet works. He could, like, get all my he could be like, alright, well, he could read your guys' donos and, like, shit talk you, like, why'd you give this money to Vosh? I have a better answer. And he could, like, read it, like, really angry, you know? Like, here, hold on. Here's one, you know, like, Jesus fucking Christ, is Hake that dumb? I'm losing my last brain cell, man. Gonna go Roblox myself. Be lefty. I don't know why you gave this $5 to Vosh, okay? But first of all, if you want analyses on how Hake is dumb, you better not go to Vosh because he's barely in. Like something like that, you know what I mean? But he could do it for like 6 hours. He'd probably pay more attention to you guys than I do. That'd be an amazing stream. It'd be fucking good. I'd watch that. I'd watch him watching. I'd watch him covering that. He's calling you a terrorist because he says you're a stochastic terrorist due to the anti-cop rhetoric. Wouldn't that make him a stochastic terrorist due to the anti-people who are making anti-cop rhetoric? He needs to be careful, or he can encourage stochastic terrorism against the people who are encouraging stochastic terrorism against the cops, allegedly. There you go. Outpaced again. All right. Nice. Isn't it weird that you point out he told his audience to hack your site and his only defense was he's a terrorist? Yeah, well, funny rhetorician. He's we're well past the point of smugly pointing out all the bad shit that he's done, like immoral, wrong, like objectively, factually incorrect, bad. At this point, we just have to laugh. Yeah, we're into full on like schizo territory. We're in the schizo arc. We're in the Joker mode, the third of the movie arc. So at this point, trying to logically deduce his behavior. Spoilers, really. Also, guys, don't say schizo. That's like a slur or something. Okay, don't do that, guys. You're laughing? Yeah, okay. All right, hush up, you guys. I promised Tempest an early segment because I was supposed to record one yesterday while I was sick, and then I totally fucking didn't. You say the R-slur all the time. I'm autistic. I can. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm allowed to. You can only use schizo as a slur if you hear things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know if schizo is actually a slur. The main issue is that it's very funny. The word is funny to say, right? Like it's more funny than saying retarded, like by far, right? Like way more funny. The term schizo, it just rolls off the, I don't know. There's a weight. It hits harder. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's better. Is that less of a slur? Can I say, because I feel more comfortable saying the R slur than schizo. But only the first is considered a slur, like formally. I don't know how that works, really. Can I say the R slur if I have ADHD? Yes. All right. Let's talk about some shit. Yes. In fact, you're morally obligated to. In fact, all of you can say the R slur. You know why? Because you watch Vosh. And you gotta be a little bit hurt. You gotta be a little damaged to even attempt that. Alright? We're in the asylum. Oh, guys, by the way, guess what? I got a stream deck. Everyone say fuck. With the press of a button, I can now activate and deactivate 1984 chat. Isn't that cool? It's like 1985. The future's now. Look at that. What's the world come to? Sorry, this is like the invention of the telescreen, you know? We're only making my surveillance equipment stronger. Just a second, let me pull up the tweet. So, Elon Musk has a problem. The problem that Elon Musk faces is that he wants to be an epic, lay Reddit, bacon, the narwhal midnight, Rick and Morty, 69 420 epic memer. He wants to be relatable to the most annoying humans on Earth. And he is. But he faces a dilemma, and that dilemma is that he's the richest human being on Earth. Right? I'm actually asking. He is currently, right? I know that stock prices are always shifting, but he is currently the wealthiest. Yeah. He's close. Second richest. He's up there, but not for. Okay, second richest. Second richest. He's in the running 1, 2, or 3. Look, they're all beating each other out at the front of the race. He's very wealthy. Okay, so much has been said about the way our taxes work in this country and the way in which it unfairly privileges people like Elon Musk, for whom the majority of their assets are held in, stock. So, it has been pointed out by some very wise people that Elon Musk did not pay very much in taxes back in 2020 when he made a bajillion dollars. Seriously, like like what was it, like 100 billion in 1 year? Like 150 billion? It was some insane amount of money. And he did it through the appreciation of the stock that he owns. Yeah, 1 gorillion, more or less. Much ado has been made about the fact that he has not paid very much in taxes. I think he actually paid negative $5 in taxes. When April rolled around and the tax man came for him, after all the paperwork was done and filed, the IRS gave him a single $5 bill. Not fair, not good. I don't like it. Not good. And people have pointed this out. So Elon Musk lately has been doing this. Look. Much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance, so I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support this? Though everyone in the world said yes, except for people who hold Tesla stock who want him to continue to hold it because it appreciates the value of their stock, and they said no. Basically the way this works, and our taxes are deliberately incoherently designed. But basically, the wealthiest people in the world do not make their money through salaries. They don't make it through having like cash or even having a lot of money in their bank accounts. They have it by owning stock. Stock appreciates in value. If you've got a lot of stock in Apple, Amazon, Tesla, whatever, if that stock becomes really valuable, your worth as a person goes up. If you have 10 shares of a stock and each share is worth $1, that's $10 in assets. But if that all skyrockets in value to 1,000, then you can have 10,000 in assets. Now, what we're talking about right there, the difference between having $10 and $10,000 in assets because of the change in the price of the shares, that is income. You understand, yes? It is income. But it's not taxed as income. It is only taxed if you sell it. Because until you sell it, it's not really currency. It's just an asset that you own that is appreciated in value. Now, in an abstract sense, the idea of taxing people based on the appreciation of an asset they hold is a little weird, right? Imagine if you, well, I guess we do this with refinancing properties, but imagine if you bought something, that was not very valuable, and then a year later, it turned out to be super mega valuable. And because of that, you now have to pay more in taxes. It feels a little odd, I guess, conceptually, because it's not really money in your bank account. It's a little more complicated than that. And even then, I'm skipping over a lot of nuance with this. I'm just trying to distill the fundamental issue here. The fundamental issue is that rich people like to sit on lots of money. That's like the main thing they do. That's like the big thing that they do. They love doing that, They love sitting on money. They just it's like it's a game, They how many billions can I accrue? It's just for fun, It's like, to them it's like Animal Crossing. You know how in Animal Crossing, after you've paid off all your debts, you still just the money goes up, and you're like, you know, that's it for them, yeah. Or like a dragon's hoard. Is there a difference between sitting on 10-foot deep piles of gold coins or 15-foot deep piles of gold coins? Probably not in terms of comfort, but it does make the dragon feel better. Anyway, the issue here is that because the ultra wealthy sit on this money and they don't spend it, it's unlikely that they're going to pay what we would consider to be a fair amount in taxes on it. And they're generally paid in stock assets, you know? Usually CEOs of companies are paid in stock, not in wages, for a number of reasons. Tax-wise, it's more convenient for them. It incentivizes the CEO to care about the well-being of the company because those shares will only increase in price if the company is doing well. And you don't have to pay taxes on it, really, not until those stocks are sold. So let me bring this all around to you guys to highlight the unfairness to you, okay? If you guys uh, want to get into owning stock, how do you do that? Well, you guys get paid, right, by your jobs, and then you get taxed on the money that you earn. And then with the money that you have already been taxed on, you buy stock. And then after that, whether those shares appreciate in value or not, when you sell those stock, when you cash in, you know, you're taxed again depending on a balance of the assets and losses. The critical thing here, yeah, is that you have to pay taxes on the money that you initially used to buy those stock, right? Even if you want to hoard a bajillion shares worth of stock and become a little stock market dragon, you still have to pay taxes on the initial money spent. But if you're paid in shares, if all of your assets are in shares, and you tend not to spend that money anyway, only little bits of it at a time, or, you know, leveraging all that stock against loans that you can take without ever actually cashing out the stock, you can make hundreds of billions of dollars and not pay taxes on it. You can never even touch your dragon's hoard of money and live a lifestyle of unfathomable opulence without having to pay taxes on it at all, because you are circumnavigating the system by which we tax people when they acquire that wealth. Now, this is deeply unfair. It doesn't have to be this way. Laws could be changed to make it so that things are not this way. And we could, as we all should, scrape more money off of the wealthy. You see, we can put them in the ringer and we can scrape the money from them. This is what we should be doing. But what people like Elon Musk are doing is turning this into a big victim game where they're essentially saying, you know, you think I'm cheating my taxes? Fine, I'll show you. I'll sell some of my stock. And please, Elon, sure, sell some of your stock. I think that that's great. Make yourself susceptible to the tax man. I think that's lovely. But what Elon Musk has been doing lately, and you've seen this on Twitter, he's doing this like, if you want me to sell my stock so bad, what would I even do with it? Like, this is if you're all so mad about my money, like, you know what I mean? Like, fine, okay, fine. If you all have a problem with me not paying taxes so bad, okay. And then he, you know, it's like a kid throwing a fit. The real issue here is systemic, isn't it? He had to sell his stock anyway. Yeah. This isn't even about altruism, okay? As is almost always the case with the ultra wealthy, anytime it appears they're being philanthropic, it's actually being done to serve some back end need, and they are you know, playing it off like they're doing good unto the world. Now, I'm sure if it's a $15 billion tax bill, 10% of his Tesla holdings would exceed that. I'm pretty sure. Stint a month of time, make a sale on Tesla stock regardless of Twitter vote. He asked his following if he should sell 10% of his Tesla holdings. 52 against, 42 against. No matter the results of the poll, Musk would likely start selling millions of shares this quarter, a looming tax bill of more than $15 billion. Tesla shares closed that, meaning his gains in the shares total under just $28 billion. Total tax bill about 15 billion. Confirm the size of the tax bill. Yeah. Rarely a direct point towards altruism. Yeah, guys, if you had all voted no enough, he legally, because you have to listen to Twitter polls, he legally would not have been able to sell that stock, and the IRS would have arrested him. You guys were so close. Sorry. All of this is really just lead up to the actual story that I'm getting to. The actual reason I'm talking about this. As you all know, this is a systemic problem, okay? One billionaire selling off some of their stock in a dubiously altruistic manner is not how you fix an issue like this. It's just not. It's absolutely not, okay? It's pathetic, you know? It's the idea of one of the wealthiest people on Earth bitching that people are telling him he should pay more in taxes, saying, okay, fine, and then doing something he probably had to do anyway is not a solution to our problems. But he's really committed to full supervillainy as of this morning. Bernie Sanders tweets, "We must demand the extremely wealthy pay their fair share, period." And Elon Musk says, "I keep forgetting you're still alive." Now, I like this because, like all ultra wealthy people, Elon Musk's brain is a shadowy miasma of hate and greed. Like all ultra wealthy people, his body has been bled out and burnt out from the inside until he's nothing more than a hollow puppet for some kind of horrific Lovecraftian entity. He's a demon. He is from hell, like all billionaires, but especially him. And everything that Elon Musk is literally the monorail guy from that one Simpsons episode, except he's also one of the most powerful people on Earth. I cannot fathom how Lex Lutherian it is for Bernie Sanders, the poggest man alive, to say something like, "You should pay your fair share," and Elon Musk standing over him, "Can't wait for you to be dead, old man. Can't wait for you to be dead. I'll be laughing over your grave, and also will not pay my taxes that fiscal year." It is really a complete descent into supervillainy, which Elon Musk has always kind of like sort of bordered on. Like he's always been, he's always sort of balanced on the edge of things. Yeah, he was like laughing about the Bolivia coup in 2019 as well. Elon Musk is a scam artist who only has a high public image because of how disgustingly complacent human beings are. How like weak-willed they are, how willing they are to buy into narratives more powerful people sell to them if it will excuse their economically advantageous behavior. I've talked a million times about how I don't like Elon Musk, and I guess I don't need to rant about all those talking points again, but yeah. He's just like Tony Stark. Yeah, exactly. Soy! There is no more soy person on Earth than Elon Musk, and he is also our overlord, so that's cool. I just want you all to know that underneath all of the like lay epic Reddit memes and all the 69 420, you know, Elon Musk dancing when he lowers the wages of his African child slave miners from $69 a year to $4.2 per whatever. You all know the fucking memes. As much as Elon Musk leans into that shit, I want you to know that, and this is a highly sociological analysis, Elon Musk is a demon. He is sent from hell. He is Luciferian. He bears the mark of the beast somewhere on his body. It might be the taint. It's probably somewhere where you're least likely to look. He is demonic. He does bear the mark of the beast. He is the Antichrist. That is true. Every conspiracy theory Alex Jones has ever told you is correct, but only with regards to Elon Musk specifically. He's kind of like a bubble, you know, like a sort of an aura of conspiracy just emanates from him. Is he a lizard person? Yes, sure. Why not? Is he a Martian? Probably. Does he drink children? Like, yes, of course he does. Did he do 9/11? Undeniably, he did 9/11. I don't even know why you would bring that up. Is he a robot? Yes, he is a robot and a lizard, and he is powered by children's blood. I don't know how to make it any clearer to you. And if you want any evidence for these claims, then here is him essentially gloating over the imminent death of a very old senator who is simply saying that the most powerful people on earth should pay a fair amount in taxes. If you ever want any evidence, this seems incontrovertible. This seems undefeatable in terms of, evidentiary support. I don't really know how you could ask for any more clear of a demonstration of his tendencies. How does that have so many likes? It's Elon Musk. Oh yeah, sorry. We have to like the Bernie tweet for solidarity. There we go. $1985. There we go. This stream deck is going to be super useful. I can feel it. Oh! Tempest, let me hand that off to you, so you have something for when the stream ends. 1 second. If I just cut recording for like 1 second. There we go. I think that should do it. Just 1 moment. Let me transfer this. Go to R. Elon Musk. The post and the comment are pretty crazy. I'm sure. God, sorry. I still am a little bit under the weather. My apologies. Okay, I think this is the VOD we're looking at. Or check the subreddit drama. Oh, sorry. Wind pressure. Fucking spooky out here. There you go, Tempest. No! I misclicked. There you go, Tempest. I think I actually need to turn the AC on. I'm burning up in here. Am I still sick? What the fuck? What the fuck? Here. There we go. Woo! No, what?
Oh, is it aimed at you, fine?
It's aimed, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, though. It's hot, yeah. Okay. Elon Musk raised the temperature in your house. True. I just finished the debates with counterpoints. What the fuck was going on with him? I think it's just like DGG aligned brain. I mean, I think he talked to Destiny about me like the other day. I don't know. Why is Vosh trending? I don't know! Quit asking me! I'm always trending. I'm always trending. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Like Hassan? Oh, I had the weirdest stream the other day, and Hassan was in it. It was like a TwitchCon, or it was a bunch of like Twitch politics people. Like, I guess all the people that I follow on Twitch were like at TwitchCon or something. And we were all taking turns streaming. So everyone was taking turns streaming behind like a one-way glass or like a one-way mirror. So there was like the streamer box, and everyone else would observe them and like judge them. You know what I mean? It was really like harrowing. It really like it was like really stressful, you know? So like smaller streamers went in there and they're like, like it's like swaying, and they're like fucking streaming, and like people are all watching, and in the streamer box, like they're just in a tiny enclosed room, but everyone else can see from inside. And I was watching other people, and I never went. It was never my turn to go in the box. But at one point, Hassan went in the box, and he brought like one of those like 21-year-old girls to watch Joe Rogan with him, like the thing he does. And every time he wasn't looking at her, she would flash her tits, and everyone would be like. But then when Hassan would turn around, because Hassan couldn't see us or anything, she would put them back in her shirt or something, and he got like TOS and banned. And then I was the largest politics streamer on Twitch, or the lefty politics streamer. That's one way I could overtake Hassan. I have to pay off one of the people going to his house to TOS ban his stream. No offense, but it's pretty bad when you start dreaming about Twitch. About my job? I think that's normal. Oh, God. You'll do it, Shu. Praise your service. Go on. I'm sure that if you, sweet talked Hassan for long enough, you'd be in. Godspeed, soldier. Warrior. God damn it. Fucking get me, Galley. Well, now he'll see it coming, so yeah. Um, Imagine what kind of person Elon's child XAEA12 is going to be like. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It seems unlikely to me that they like don't end up at least a little resentful of Elon. So the question is going to be: will they be openly resentful and be based, or quietly resentful and try to take their father's empire and be cringe? Many people are asking this. Many people are wondering. By the way, did you accept their offer? The NFT loot box company that approached me, I can't believe the audacity of these fucking people, dude. Holy shit. It's not they didn't just want me to do an NFT partnership. They wanted to do mystery box NFT partnerships. This is literally this is like optimized psychopathy right here. This is the worst thing on earth. This is the worst thing there is. Holy shit. Yeah, fucking, yeah, blind box pit crews. Jesus Christ. Man. God damn. It's, so of course I said yes. Obviously. And we'll be doing integration, next stream, of course. For sure. For sure. Herbalife is starting to seem like a respectful profession. Yeah, honest to God. Guys, what is that company that sells the knives? Good show. What is the company that sells the knives? Cutco. Cutco is legitimately like an honorable business model compared to this NFT bullshit. Seriously, like, at least they sell knives. The knives exist in reality, you know? Like, it's a pyramid scheme, but at least the knives exist physically and serve a purpose, and there's a product, and it's not being sold as some kind of appreciating value thing. You know? Even Goop is more honorable than NFTs. Yeah, Tupperware parties are looking pretty good right now next to NFTs. At least you don't get a mystery box. It's not even a mystery box of knives. It would be a mystery box of pictures of knives, except the pictures aren't yours either. You don't have the legal copyright to those pictures. It would be, you have the right to exclusive ownership of links to pictures of knives that you have to get in a mystery box. My God. It's honestly genius, though. It is genius. I maybe should do it. I maybe should do it. Mystery box NFTs. That's good, though. That's good. Maybe I should. As long as they cut me in on it. As long as I make a lot. Legendary tier monkey. True. It's like a Hearthstone packs, you know? Where you're opening it up and it's like, you know, common monkey, common monkey, common monkey, rare monkey. Okay, you know, legendary. And it's all like the golden monkey or like the lions. How do they say, how does the innkeeper say it in Hearthstone? Legendary or like something like that. He loses his shit. Epic. Whatever. There is a golden monkey in Hearthstone. Well, there's probably more than one, right? Aren't there golden cards everywhere? Yeah. Uh, there are legendary cards in Hearthstone? Yeah, of course. Anyway, hold on. I really wanted to talk about the GTA remaster last night when I was looking at videos of it, but now I don't know if I actually want to. I don't know if I actually care. We'll look at it for a bit. Okay, we're gonna farm a segment. We're gonna see how it feels. I have seen a bunch of videos on Twitter of this, and I don't know if these like graphics comparison showcases put out by legitimate sites like IGN are gonna really show it, but there have apparently been some serious graphical downgrades. Okay, this is just gonna be a puff piece.
Been saving for a rainy day. You like?
Yeah, this is a puff piece. It's IGN, they would never. Wait, ew. This is what it looks like? Watch the Critical video. Okay, wait, hold on. Critical has a video on it. Twitter versus Mr. Beast. GTA, please, Critical.
Is that true? It was a mobile game studio that...
Can we... I don't know how often this gets discussed, but Critical is really hot. I don't see people say that very much, so I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but it's extremely true, so...
did the remaster. They do look like mobile game models. It looks like they took PlayStation 2 models and kind of like Robloxified them. But GTA 3 just finished downloading, so let's fucking ride. Fuck, but I'm in a tank.
Oh, this is a stream segment,
Man,
okay.
nothing about this looks familiar at all right now. I was hoping I'd have like some kind of nostalgia overload.
I'm an ambitious girl.
Oh, what the fuck?
Small time.
Bad ending.
Okay, this could just be my opinion. This could just be my opinion, but I feel like if you're going to do a remaster of an early 3D game, there are two directions that you can go with it, okay? You can make the exact same game with the exact same models and just improve the textures, add widescreen support, and make it, like, usable for modern systems, like up the frame rate, like, basically just make a modern, realized version of the original models. Now, I think that you can improve the textures without making things look jarring and dissonant, you know? I think that's cool. For me, it would be like the difference between when we played the Mario games. When we played like Super Mario 64 on stream, we were playing it on a modern resolution. But what a lot of people forget, because they haven't actually seen the game on an N64 in a while, is that the original resolution was dog shit. Is this an N64 walkthrough? Let's see. The original resolution on these games. Is this? Yeah. Was so bad. Is this the original? I also render the video at larger than native N64 resolution. Yeah, okay, so even these videos have to, like, upscale it, you know? They always do that for YouTube, but the oldest, like, Super Mario 64 stuff. Look up a speedrun? You're right. Speedruns are done on N64. Shit. There we go. There we go. Now that's what I call the original resolution of a Nintendo 64. Like, look at this, you know? Like, this is how people played the game. This was how the game was played back then. There was no alternative to this. This was the resolution of the game console that you were playing with, you know? But modern, like, people playing Super Mario 64 now, it looks pretty cool, right? Because, like, now it's in, like, a proper resolution, and, like, this is a huge improvement. Even this isn't at the resolution we were playing it as. But this is, like, a huge improvement, you know? At least in my opinion. I think that looks pretty cool. If you're going to make a game look modern, just improve the resolution, improve the frame rate, improve the textures, keep the models the way they are. But with the Grand Theft Auto remake, they did this, you know? They did this. They changed the models. Oh, the only other thing that I'll say, you can go one other route, and it's like a full remaster route. I've been playing Diablo 2 on stream a bit, and if you're gonna go like the full hog wild remaster, you can do that, but you need to fully commit to it, okay? Like, here's the original, there's the new one. Perfect. Like, just looks like a modern game now. See what I mean? Like, if you're gonna commit to a full-on graphical upgrade, you do a full-on graphical upgrade. You do not just replace the models with slightly higher fidelity models and improve some of the textures. You literally rebuild the graphics of the game. Anyway, let's see what GTA is doing.
Oh man.
With the Porter Tunnel project.
Oh, that rain effect!
What they just throw out of the window? Fucking
Look at the
giant double-A
rain!
batteries? Is that a bomb? There was nobody in that police car.
Oh my
It
god!
looks like an Instagram filter or something. I remember this and Midnight the Strippers. Man, this game really comes in hot.
What are these? Look at their faces. It's not that bad. The faces and the rain are pretty bad. I don't know. That's pretty weird.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm just playing video games today.
He's a little confused, but his heart's in the right place. Now go on, do something. Bring it back.
They say they wanted to keep the art style, but it's obvious the original had to be tried to be realistic, but had technical limitations. Yeah, the original Grand Theft Auto graphics were trying to emulate realism, being limited by the tech of the time, but now they're doing this weird, like, cartoony style. The rain renders behind the water. No way. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't... Ah, no! Yeah, is this a 50-cent Steam game? Oh my god. Where's... $60. This was $60? The remaster was $60? Chris Raygun posted these images. Living it up. I don't... These honestly look like shit posts. I don't even know if it's real. Is this real? Yeah, boy! Holy shit, look at that giant test on the right. Oh my god. RuneScape GF. She looks like a Sasquatch. You should watch the Dark Viper AU video on this. It's good. Is it specifically about the graphics? Hold on. So many YouTubers that I don't know. A definitive failure. Rockstar destroys legacy with the GTA remaster.
Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy,
Oh,
the definitive edition. User score 0.9.
Really?
0.8. 0.5.
Oh my god.
0.8. Didn't do so well. In my previous video, I talked about the time leading up to the launch of the trilogy and how bad it was, how bad Rockstar's communication was, how just they fumbled it in every possible way, and how bad their launcher is. It hasn't received everything in the original. Couldn't match up to them at all. Here's the original, here's definitive, and here is a...
Oh, I saw this on Twitter too. So here's... Okay, this is racism. I just want you guys to know. This is how she looked in the original game, and this is the remaster here in the middle, okay? My only explanation for this is white supremacy, okay? Near Ku Klux Klan level attack, okay? Jesus Christ. That's the only explanation that we have. Holy shit. It was even pulled from sale on PC. Yeah, Jesus Christ. This looks like a shitpost, okay? Who? This is a hate crime.
A PEDS pack.
Wait! They didn't remove hot coffee? Wait, that's still in the code? The fucking blowjob shit? Bugs, visual glitches, horrible weather effects, missing fog, and more. Some of the code from the hot coffee controversy is still in the collection, as well as songs that were cut over licensing? Whoa! 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 They just left it? They just left it? They just copy and What? What's hot coffee? Back when, was it GTA 3? Back when it originally came out, there were files in the game for like a cutscene where you could get a blowjob or whatever, and it was too lascivious for the time or whatever. San Andreas, sorry, not 3, San Andreas. You could get like a blowjob. It was like some hidden in the code shit. I don't know the details or whatever, but like, I think the devs said that it was a mistake. I don't know if they were lying or not, but yeah, it got them like an adult rating in some places. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. But if they actually kept music in the code that was cut presumably over licensing, that is truly, truly fucking wild.
From a fan. Which one of these looks better to you? It's obviously not the definitive edition. That isn't to say that the remasters don't look better than the original sometimes. As I said in my review, the stuff, character models screwed up, like textures like this being screwed up, fingernails. Look at this fingernail. Look at this guy. What is this monstrosity? Which one of these looks better to you? This is a remaster by a billion-dollar company. The best parts for me are the removal of facial expressions. There's emotion here, there's emotion here, and then CJ in the remaster just blank face. Or like the lack of detail.
What?
Look at this comparison here. God damn. And I saw the woman who gives you food. Oh god, she looks inhuman. Anyone defending this by saying,
dude, this legitimately looks like a shitpost. Like somebody made a joke Unity game where they're like, I'm remastering these and made them all look like fucking Funko Pops, okay? I don't understand video games, why they do this. This one's beyond my reckoning, Shu. I have no fucking idea what's going on right now. Yeah, this looks like a goddamn Fortnite dude. Jesus.
God damn. And I saw the woman who gives you food. Oh,
the rain goes up sometimes? What? What? Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's because the plane is falling faster than the rain, but that is not how that should look. So they literally just have, so their rain effects are literally just like scrolling white bars heading down, tied to a given like velocity, and if you're going down fast. Wait, so if you maintain the perfect descent speed, you could just have like permanent white bars directly on your screen with no movement at all. Like right that level of descent right there. Perfect. Yes! That's how rain works, though. Rain is not just an overlay of white. You realize that when you're heading forward in a plane, the rain zips backwards, right? Because you're moving forward. The drops don't follow you. Like, they zip forward, you know? It's really lazy. I don't...
God, she looks inhuman. Anyone defending this by saying, oh, they're just...
Oh, wait, also, yeah, wouldn't rain fall at terminal velocity? Rain would fall faster than a plane. Wait, I'm sorry. A plane descending would never fall faster than rain unless it's literally engineing towards the ground. The rain is falling at terminal velocity. Rain's terminal velocity is 10 miles per hour. Is that true? $20 miles per hour. About 20 miles per hour. How fast do planes descend? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't look like that. Fuck you. Idle descent in many planes is around 3,000 feet per minute until reaching 10. Okay, so 3,000 feet per minute. That would be 3,000. So that would be times 60, 3,000, 30,000, 180,000 divided by around 5,000 for 100 and... Okay, that would be, yeah, 34 miles. Okay, yeah, that would be faster than a raindrop. However, it still wouldn't look like that. Eat my ass.
Remasters. Okay, there have been way better remasters than this, but there was no care and profit, Andreas, and people have more enjoyable. Rockstar will probably put the game back long before any sort of lawsuit would ever take place. Rockstar Games right now, after watching everyone buy the original trilogy.
All right, I don't want the commentary. I just want the memes. I just so you guys know, this is like the future of the video game industry, okay? Holy shit. You can cause similar rain effects by meshing up the meshes and textures in Skyrim. Well, you'll never believe what I have to say about Skyrim. Rockstar probably crunched the shit out of a skeleton crew and it led to this. Yeah, always remember that the problem with shit like this is always going to be corporate greed, okay? It's not that there were some individual artists who fucked up. It's corporate greed who probably strung people through insane hours with very few people and no budget to try to pump this out to make some extra money. That's always going to be the reason why. Always, always, always. This is the future of video games, okay? Oh god, they used an AI to upscale the signs in the GTA Remaster, so a lot of the classic jokes are lost because the algorithm just guessed. No way! This is unreal! They AI upscaled it? Guitar wank booths available. Guitar hank booths viable. AR guitar... They actually AI upscaled it. That is unbelievable. That is incredible. And the guitars are missing. Yeah, the guitars just faded into the background noise. That is unimaginable. It is truly beyond what is AI upscaling, just telling a computer to like make everything look HD by guessing what the text says. But it can only do it for text, or if it's looking for text, it can only do it for text. So it blurred out the guitars in the background, as you can see by these weird color blocks behind the text, and it didn't get the text right either. Here's more. I can't do this, man.
Rock around the clock 24/7, dudes. Non-stop rock.
Holy shit. It's a fucking phantom garage door.
Rock around the clock.
You can brick the game by drinking soda. Joe Vinesauce just spent like 50 minutes drinking out of the same vending machine that GTA Remaster the game crashed. Looking backwards while in first person on the quad bike. Holy shit, he's coming to get you. Oh my god, this is fucking horrifying. Jesus Christ. Does he just actually not have facial expressions? At all? Like, does he ever? Absolutely none? Okay, gotcha. New emote, please? What does this convey? We need to get the lighting right. What does this convey? POV, you woke up second on Coconut Island. Honestly, this should be like a GIF. Like, not just an image. It should be like the rotating. Like the, you know, like his head and shoulders like this. That'd be so fucking good. Holy shit. I'll talk with White Nervosa. We look at the running. We need like a loop. Please, I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, well, neither will any of us. Okay? Oh, he's coming. The whole source code of the GTA trilogy has been leaked, has been included in the Switch game files. My god. Okay, we have to stop. This is amazing. It's too much. This is the future of all video games, by the way. Remasters have only gotten more popular with time because they know that they can make a quick buck exploiting the nostalgia of people who played the game before. I normally have a really negative attitude towards remasters, but if they're done super well, then I'm in favor of it. There are remasters that I enjoy. Obviously, the Diablo 2 remaster is really good. It just really brings the game into the fucking modern world, which I think is great. The Demon Souls remaster was apparently really good. Yeah, the Crash Bandicoot Spyro remaster. Yeah, there are game studios that'll do it well. I have absolutely nothing. Resident Evil. Were the Resident Evil 2 and 3, were those remasters, or were those just like this, like they're just making a new game and it's like kind of the old game? I don't know if those are remakes, yeah. Remakes and okay, sorry. We should distinguish between remakes and remasters, okay? A remaster is essentially just a graphical upscale along with quality of life features. The same game with a new template put over it, a new sort of coat of paint. And a remake is when you redo the damn game. So, the Spyro trilogy, I'm pretty sure that's a remake. The Crash Bandicoot, I'm pretty sure that's a remaster. I think the Crash Bandicoot levels are like... I think it's pretty much the same... I think it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. The Final Fantasy VII, that is a remake. Oh, Crash borders on both? Okay. Diablo 2, that is a remaster. Because it is the same baseline game, you know? Shadow of the Colossus, that was a remaster, that's right. Demon Souls was a remake, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. StarCraft 2, remaster. Or, sorry, not StarCraft 2. StarCraft, remaster. What was the name for it? What was the name for the StarCraft? The first StarCraft, what was the name? Was it just StarCraft Remastered? Just StarCraft Remastered. Okay, yeah, that was a remaster. Same with Warcraft 3, same with Diablo 2, you know. What about Battle for Bikini Bottom? I don't know if that's a remaster or a remake. Oh, the Halo games. The big Halo, when they remastered the Halo 1, that was a remaster. That was a remaster right there. In the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, same with Halo 2 remasters, you know. A really good indicator for if it's a remaster is if there is a button that you can press to switch back and forth between the old graphics and the new. They don't appear in all remasters, but it's pretty common because it's like kind of cool, you know, to get all of that, I think. But a lot of these are remakes. Anyway, I just want to say I have nothing against remakes or remasters conceptually, though I tend to prefer remasters over remakes for a few reasons. For one, remasters require less development time because you're essentially putting a new coat of paint. That's not to say they're easy to make, just they take less development time than a full remake, usually. And two, I think that they're valuable because they bring old games into the modern world. They make it playable. You know, there are lots of old games that I think deserve a remaster. Guys, how about Thief 1 and Thief 2? Come on. How great of a remaster would those get, huh? System Shocks 1 and 2. I think those are getting remasters that are currently in the makes. There are tons of old games. Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid games could definitely be like brought up a little more. I don't know what any of those games are. You would know about those games if there were remasters. Didn't Thief already get one? Did it? Look, Okay, it's just good. Okay, it's good. Okay, I'm okay with those. The issue is that sloppy remasters and remakes have been thrown together many times just to make a cash grab off of the nostalgia of fans. For me, the worst example of this by far was Warcraft 3 Reforged. That for me was the big one. Warcraft 3 Reforged was the one that really fucked me up personally. Not only did they not fix any of the big issues with like Warcraft 3, like things that could have brought it into the modern world, but it was buggy, crashy. In the client, it replaced Warcraft 3, the original, meaning that you can no longer play the original one. You can only play the remaster, which is worse. The cutscenes are dog shit. They add new technical issues to the old one, and it looks like trash. Here, can we get a... They do this thing where they half-ass like the graphical remake
of time before they turn
Shut up.
into the undead.
There's got to be
this is like a fucking puff piece. I don't want...
you can see your people.
Yeah, this is a puff piece. Show me how the actual game looks. Fucking hate it when people do this. Oh yeah, dude, here. And it's like, just... Hold on.
Textures, superior.
Show the gameplay with both...
Bandits are stealing our belongings.
Okay, wait. Is this the old one or the new one? This is the old one. Oh yeah, there we go.
Those bandits.
I don't know what it is about this. Okay, here we go. So, wait, hold on. Just really quickly, okay? This is how the original looked. Okay, oh god. Okay, this is how the original looked, okay? This, I think, is a consistent art style. I like looking at this. Is it early 3D models in an RTS game, meaning that people's faces are going to have like 5 polygons? Yes. I think that it's consistent for the time. Everything is bright, verdant. I think that it looks good, okay? Would I like a modern game that looks like this? No, but for the time, I think it looks good, okay?
I'm not king yet.
But then the remaster, what am I looking at? Why did they desaturate everything? Look at that. They desaturated everything. Why did they mix and mash all of the art styles? The trees in the background still have this really, like, weird, cartoony... Like, see, look, the trees in the background look exactly the same. They're like Christmas trees, you know? But now they've tried to make all the, like, models for the characters look, like, cool and realistic. Yeah, it looks like a mobile game. Why would a tower look like this and a tree look like this, but suddenly now a foot soldier has a realistic human head proportion? You know? It's just weird. Like, why does all this look like a desaturated Warcraft 3 and all this look like a MOBA game released in China or Korea? You know what I mean, right? Like, look at this. Just please sit with me for a second, okay? Look at this right here.
We'll take their coin just like everyone else's.
Okay, forget the dialogue, okay? This looks good. Everything about this looks good. Clear, consistent, the art look pops. I spent my whole fucking childhood playing this game. Love this shit, okay? And then you get the remaster, and if you're not looking at the character models, the background looks exactly the same. Like, seriously. The actual map looks basically the same. I guess the textures are a little more, like, nuanced in the blend between the grass and the dirt, but that's not really something that I notice unless I have them right next to each other. It's not something that I appreciate just looking at it. I don't think that making something look more realistic makes it look better. I think this looks fine. Arguably better because it's more contrast, more pop. And then this is like, oh, they made it more realistic by having like a texture for in-between so that the grass doesn't immediately turn into dirt everywhere. It's higher resolution, and then the models just look, I don't know, from the same to less clear. The smaller models make it harder to tell at a glance what you're dealing with. People look realistic for some reason. Why? Why do people look realistic in a game where everything else looks cartoony as shit? What was wrong with having these dudes all look like little buffoony cartoon characters? Look at this, return to tradition. Look at this. I love how the old bandits look. Now, the point is, they took away the old game. They took away the old Warcraft 3, and they threw this one out there, and it sucks and I hate it. Okay, that's my main point, and I'm still mad, and I'll never not be mad. Cut the segment. Stop. Cut the segment. I'm still mad. I will always be mad. It will never change. My anger is permanent Remember what they took from us. You've done that exact segment before, and I'll do it again. I'll never stop. I'll keep doing it. I'll do it every week. I'll do it every day. Every day it'll be like, here's the opening where we complain about Warcraft 3 Reforged. It's actually worse than what I'm showing you because they actually changed some of the missions. I'm not kidding. It's not a full remaster. They actually remade some of the levels and made some of them worse, which is really bizarre to me. They did what? Yeah, they literally like changed some of them. The gameplay got made worse in some places. Which they changed. Siege of Dalaran. There were a few others. I forget. I haven't actually played the Reforged. I've only seen other people play it. I'm not spending any money on that dog shit. They removed custom campaigns. Yeah. God. Okay. We've done one of the title segments. What about the other one? Oh, hush up, you. Let's read donos. Okay, I didn't read donos from last stream. Ingy Bingy and Jason here. Thank you for the $5 both. Link Awakening Remake, Skyward Sword Remaster. Yes, correct. Zephyrian, thank you for the 5. Really appreciate that. Big Almond, thanks the tier 3 sub. Really appreciate that. Radical liberal, fascist, libertarian, sewer socialist of Varnish sodomized my father consensually. The term sodomized implies non-consent, which I don't like, you know? It's also just kind of a nasty word, but if we're leaning in with the consent angle, then. Morgana and Yoga's Thought, thank you for the tier 1 subs. Minnesotans for Vosh, thank you for the very kind $10. If you're going to do a zero-effort HD port of a game, then Nintendo did a way better job with 3D All-Stars. Just emulate at a higher resolution. That's honestly sometimes all you need to do. Guys, normalize companies releasing $10 remasters of old games where all they do is make it playable on modern systems, up the resolution, and slightly improve the textures. Please. That's all that I want. That's all I want. Holy shit, please. But it was 60 with Nintendo. Yeah, fuck Nintendo. I'm just saying, just do that, you know? Just do that. Honestly. It doesn't even take that much time. Like, there are modders who do this shit. You can literally do this just by getting an emulator on your computer and playing it with a couple of the graphical tweaks that you can find online for free from people who care enough about the game to improve it. Even 2 decades after it came out. Wolfie Universe, thanks to $5. I might review Disco Elysium after I finish it, but I'm not playing it on stream. I'm playing it on my own. It's not the type of game I'd enjoy on stream. The Indigenous Hulk, Beanie Frog, and Music Combo, thank you for the tier 1 subs all. Really appreciate that. Still alive, thank you for the 5. Maybe. Markinator, thank you for the 5. No, Bad Empanada does not like me. Reznikov, thank you for the very kind tier 4 sub. Hey, Vosh, won some cash in Atlantic and wanted to help you out. Really helped me out in a bad time throughout the summer, holding a thumbs up right now for you. Thank you, I really appreciate that. We're thumbs up in you in return. Thank you, it's very kind of you. Legit Snivy, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Happy to have you around. 10 Lawn Gnomes, thank you for the $5. Yeah, very true. Noah Hinson, thank you for the incredibly kind $20. That's very kind of you. Cadser, thank you for the 2 gifted tier 1 subs. Virio with the tier 1 sub gifted. Thank you kindly. Before the Cause and Beej93, thank you for the $5 both. Really appreciate that. Brandon C and Bravo the Chonk, thank you for the very kind $10. Really appreciate that. LJ, B Lefty, Rybear, and 85D2D Derek, thank you for the very kind $5. Lots of people donating because Hake was dumb last night, which, to be fair, very true. Tux, Temperament, and Astatine, thank you for the $5 both. Really appreciate that. Wilder Than Thou and Brit G, thank you for the $2. Brit G, Somniostatic, Aiden Heron, sorry, that's my brain fucking me up. And Hula Baloo and How Do You Do, thank you for the $5 all. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Getting near done with donos, then we'll talk about, what is it, Michael Knowles? Jim Taro, Prospect 2, Conciliator, Just, and Crep Queef, 69. Thank you for the tier 1 subs all. No, Prospect, I'm done with Final Fantasy 14. I've been dumping all my free time into Diablo 2 lately. Also, chat, for those of you who give a single shit about Diablo 2, you'll be delighted to hear that we almost have our Smiter Paladin underway. We just need to get them an appropriately good shield. We'll be running some lower Kurast runs, try to get like a four socket elite Paladin shield with high resist all rolls that we can throw perfect diamonds into. And we'll be good. Do you plan to respond to Bad Empanado's video calling you out? No. Guys, how many times do we have to roll this? He's crazy. The last debate that I saw him do, he got frustrated and started playing copyright music to try to get his debate interlocutor DMCA'd. He's insane. Jesus Christ. He DMs me Kiwi Farms tier shit from time to time. There's no getting around that. Hello, extremely sleepy baby. What? Why would you not warn me?
Boss bad. Boss bad. Boss bad.
Why? Violence. Become ungovernable.
Boss bad. Boss bad.
Very true.
Boss bad.
Asper Christensen, thanks the $2. Crib Queef, thank you for the very kind $20. First time making it to a stream after a year of watching clips. Thanks for radicalizing me, Mamacita. Thank you very much, Crave. That's awfully kind of you. Really happy to have you watching, even if it was 3 days ago that you sent this. Thank you very kindly. Any, thanks the 3 gifted tier 1 Vorse subs. Bad to the Bow, thank you for the very kind $15. Yeah. Brandon Kelly, thank you for the 5 Canadian. Ick Claw, thank you for the tier 2 sub. Really appreciate that. Patchy Bones, thank you for the tier 4 sub. Really appreciate that as well. Slugs, Any, Warp Bubble, Sparkle Fairy, and Sparkle Fairy again. Thank you for the tier 1 subs all. And then Sparkle Fairy with the tier 2 sub. Thank you very, very much. You've been very kind to me. Those who remain are linkers. Not favored by our order, but we will consider their claims soon. Gaku Uwu with the very kind $5. The GTA/Cyberpunk situation made me appreciate From Software more. They didn't say anything for 2 years and just came back and dropped gameplay in a network test. From Software is an exceptionally competent company, and I think that we should all be thankful that they exist. For sure, for sure. They do good. There we go. How long till they mess up? Well, some people will say that they already have messed up in a few ways, and they have. The PC port of Dark Souls 1, Prepare to Die edition, had some serious problems. Dark Souls 2 promised features that weren't actually released in the finished product, like an enhanced lighting system, and they were graphical downgrades in between the previews and the actual release. Dark Souls 3's first DLC was criminally overpriced for the amount of content that it actually had. I don't remember much about Demon Souls release, or the Demon Souls remaster. Bloodborne has had at times some pretty bad frame rate issues. The fact that it's capped to 30 FPS and that it still has trouble maintaining that sometimes is not great. And I don't remember any big Sekiro issues, but no company is perfect. Still, I'm very happy. Very, very happy. This feels a bit nitpicky compared to other companies. You are correct. The fact that this is the worst stuff that I have to say about From Software, alongside them releasing like 10 out of 10 games. Just like consecutively releasing extremely high quality games. Yes, actually, that is pretty remarkable. That is really some of the worst stuff that I have to say about them. In my opinion, Anyway, before we watch Michael Knowles and bash our head against his unfathomably low IQ, make sure to sub to the channel, and also, lest you forget, you have to donate to me legally. If you do not, you will die in 7 days. That's not really a legal thing. It's more of a ghost thing. The ghosts will get you. It's not me. It is the ghosts. And I am sorry. But it's too late for you to escape. Are they French? Yeah. Hold on. Come here, Michael Knowles. Come here. Where is it? Here, I should be able to find it in my history. Go into my history. What is this, the fucking ring? Oh, is that what I'm referencing? Hold on. Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles. Oh, here it is. This debuted a little while ago, you know? The only reason I'm interested in it is because, as far as I can tell, Michael Knowles made the classic conservative mistake. Eep, 1984 active. Made the classic conservative mistake of advertising his content to a broader audience. See, you can tell when this has happened because they're getting dislike ratioed into oblivion, which is why, by the way, we should keep dislikes as a concept. I've seen this. This happened all the time with Abigail Shapiro, with Classically Abby, where, you know, you would market this to a broader audience. You got this ad? Wait, throw away. Throw away. Can you confirm? Okay, there are people in chat saying that you got ads for this video. Well, it looks like people did indeed catch on to the existence of this video. I gotta put ads out there, you know? Doesn't that just raise engagement? Okay, I don't actually know if disliking a video improves its engagement anymore. I think that was the case like 2 years ago, but I don't know if that's still the case. I've heard mixed information.
And especially around Virginia. As parents around the country, and especially around Virginia, storm school board meetings to keep radicalism out of the classroom and boys out of the girls' room, Democrat gubernatorial candidate Terry McAuliffe is doubling down on his promise to keep parents out of their kids' education. Most recently insisting that the ideology of diversity and inclusion is as important to a student's education as math or English class.
Literally true. Yeah, 100%. School is about, among other things, socialization and, you know, like making a person a good citizen. Instilling in them the basic moral virtues that make our society functional is pretty goddamn important. Yeah, I'd say so.
I make the point that we've got to do a better job in our education system. We've got to go back K to 6. Early on, we've got to start teaching, talking about these issues much earlier than we've done it before. And we don't do a good job in our education system talking about diversity, inclusion, openness, and so forth. We don't. We've got our textbooks, but, you know, there has to be a big part of how do you fit into the social work of our nation and our fabric? How is it that we deal with one another is, to me, is as important as, you know, your math class or your English class.
This is it's so funny that any conservative would disagree with this when conservatives have always said that the main purpose of education is instilling virtue in children. Isn't that what they're always saying? Like, oh, you know, you can teach them math or whatever, but first you got to, like, they're always saying that. And now this guy is agreeing, like, yeah. And now they don't like it because it's not the virtues they care about, like equality
and so forth. And we don't.
As the liberal ruling class turns up the pressure on normal Americans, people are starting to break rank. A prominent Yale scholar is encouraging parents to homeschool. Dave Chappelle is refusing to cower to the radicals. And down in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis is calling out the regime by name. I'm Michael Knowles. This is The Michael Knowles Show. Welcome back to the show. My favorite comment.
Oh, that could have gone on way longer. What's up?
Can I have the adapters?
Adapt.
One of them broken.
I do like he was smoking the cigar at first in a vain effort to appear cool. So, guys, remind me, okay? Matt Walsh is the person who does the Roman salute every time he's trying to hail a taxi before correcting himself. This is just the unfathomably stupid one, right? Matt Walsh is the very obviously on the border of, if not already, is a Nazi. This is just the one who's really stupid, but is probably also, at the very least, a white supremacist. Okay, just have to keep all these types together. I don't remember how fucking crypto-fashion Knowles is, yeah.
Yesterday from Eddie Gesh, who says, you know, I remember a time not that long ago when we were energy independent. Yes, yeah, there was a time not that long ago we were energy independent, the economy.
This is a full podcast thing. Hold on, wait. Oh, yeah, this is a full podcast. And then it cuts out. Wait, this is shameless. This is a 48-minute video, but halfway through, with 24 minutes left to go, it says, watch the rest of this podcast on the Daily Wire. He uploaded the whole thing, but then just, like, muted out the last half. That is incredible. Doesn't Ben Shapiro do that too? Maybe it's just because I'm a pure YouTuber who doesn't try to funnel money off of people by exclusively, like, releasing content to paid subscribers, but that comes off so cringe to me.
Economy was great. Unemployment was at historic lows. We were defending America, keeping a lot of crap out of the classroom, enforcing our immigration laws. How long ago? Oh, that was like, what, 3 years ago or something? But now...
Didn't unemployment skyrocket during Trump's presidency because he ended under COVID? Like, the unemployment was at its worst under Trump because of COVID, because everyone, yeah, like, that was a Trump thing. Keeping certain ideas out of the classroom, my God.
Now it's much, that was in the bad days when everything would fill up, which means up to 50 cents.
Oh my God.
Back. You don't pay full price.
Oh my God. Okay? And there are ads even in the...
Get Upside. Download the app for all of those schools, including elementary school. They were already teaching the ideology of diversity and inclusion and open.
It has like 20 minutes of ads, all Daily Wire podcasts do. Holy shit, wait. You might not be wrong. 1 second. Okay, that's not an ad. But this is an ad.
Whoever is at your door, wherever you are, whether you're in the home, at the office, on the beach, on the other side of the world. But you can keep an eye on every inch of your home, inside and out. You control it all from the very simple app. It's extraordinarily easy to install. Even I can do it. And with the full Ring alarm system, you can subscribe. It has a medical aspect too. Right now.
Is there another one?
You should probably do the latter.
If the child has chronic conditions that make their risk appreciable, then there's a reason that they should be considered for vaccination. Other than that, if it were my child, I would homeschool them. Honestly, I would organize with other parents to take them out of the school and create homeschooling environments. There's no other parent. If it were my...
So, okay, hold on. Dr. Harvey Risch. Yale University epidemiology professor. Well, that sounds pretty prestigious. Controversial Yale doctor joins New York Police Department union in vax mandate fight. There we go. A Yale School of Public Health professor who joined the city's largest police union in a losing fight against a vaccine mandate was slammed last year by colleagues for fringe views on COVID treatment. Uh-oh. It's got a history, it seems. Filed an affidavit. This lawsuit wrote that they said people who recovered from coronavirus should not be required to get vaccinated. In 2020, Risch was called out by 24 other Yale School of Public Health doctors for promoting the use of the drug hydroxychloroquine, right? Commonly used to treat malaria and rheumatoid arthritis for people with active COVID infections. Of course, naturally. We write with grave concern that too many are being distracted by the ardent advocacy of our Yale colleague, Dr. Harvey Risch, to promote the assertion that hydroxychloroquine, when given with antibiotics, is effective in treating COVID-19, in particular as an early therapeutic intervention for the disease. It's always like this, isn't it? Like, every time you see a big expert being brought on board with the conservative side, you can Google their name and go like, oh, they've been a crackpot for a little while now, haven't they? I actually, while trawling the internet a little while ago, I found somebody doing the standard, like, race realism, like, info peddling, and I got linked an article from one of those open publishing science journals where pretty much anyone can throw their work up on there. And I saw it and I thought, okay, before I actually read this, let me Google this guy's name. And this guy's dedicated, the researcher, like his entire life to race realism. Like, he can't publish his stuff in main journals because they won't let him because of the low, like, scientific, like, standard that he holds himself to. So he has to go to open journal. He actually created his own journal, his own publishing, just to get around it, you know? And I was like looking at this guy, I was like, all right, well, here's the source. Here's the source we're getting this guy from. Yeah, all right, let's see what the race realism guy has to say about intelligence along population. Was their name Emil something? You're thinking of Emil Kierkegaard, but no, it was not that person. Though he did work with that person, I think. I forget the specific name of the guy. Anyway, where were we?
Should be considered for vaccination. Other than that, if it were my child, I would
Was the name Richard Lynn? It might have been. It might have been.
Homeschool them. Honestly, I would organize with other parents.
Also, he looks a bit like the Green Goblin. Does anyone else feel that way? Or no, he looks like somebody. Not the Green Goblin. Doesn't he look like somebody? I don't know.
To take them out of the school and create homeschooling environments.
William Dafoe.
There's
a little
no choice.
William Dafoe.
Your child's life is on the line. It's not a high risk. Vaccination is not a high risk that's going to kill every child by doing so. However, it's enough of a risk that on the average, the benefit is higher for homeschooling than it is for vaccination and being in school. And that's just the bottom line. You know, we were seeing employees in companies facing mandates quit or being fired. And now the public perceives that. And companies are having a hard time replacing those employees. In the climate of a bad employment circumstances and missing workers, it's getting even harder. So those policies are being rethought. When the people rebel because of their own interests, then it has to be reckoned.
It does have to be reckoned.
Somebody said the Sandman guy from Spider-Man 3. Do you really think that? Maybe, hold on.
Rebel because of their own interests.
I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. More than Dafoe? I think he looks more like William Dafoe than he does the Sand guy. Yeah, is this because they're both white?
Then it has to be reckoned.
It does have to be reckoned, and I think the great relief here for a lot of people is not even that that this guy is pointing out the questions about the vaccine, or permitting at least giving parents the permission, the intellectual permission to go put their kids in homeschool. It's that finally we're seeing a scientist who sees the big picture. This was one thing that really bugged me about Trump. I know his back was against a wall. He was facing this unprecedented crisis, and everyone and every power in the entire country was coming after him and demanding that he lock down and listen to Fauci. But the big mistake here for those early coronavirus press conferences was that the only people who talked were Trump and the doctors. Right, Fauci and Dr. Scarf and the other one, that Surgeon General jerk who spends all his time now just attacking conservatives. What was this, Jerome Powell? Is that his name? Not Jerome Powell. Jerome Adams. Yes, that's right.
Guys, I know that we're all watching this for different reasons, but is it okay for me to watch this guy and get down on my hands and knees and thank God that I'm an okay entertainer? You know? I'm so glad that I don't have one of these pseudo news show, like, talking head pundit outfits. You know, I'm so fucking glad that I am who I am.
Jerome Adams. So, why is that the problem? Well, the left said all we should be listening to is Dr. Fauci and Dr. Scarf and Jerome Adams.
Sure.
All we should be listening to are the doctors, but that's not true. Because it's a country. We're talking about the politics. Politics refers to public things. There's more to the public than just germs. Trump also probably should have had a military advisor get up there and speak, and had an economic advisor get up there and speak, and had a constitutional advisor get up there and speak.
Wait, wait, a military advisor for the beginning of the... What are they going to do? Carpet bomb the hospital? What? An economic advisor seems sensible, but Michael, the last thing you want is an econ advisor ever speaking publicly under a Republican administration. Okay? Because, the economists don't agree with Republicans. People, they like to say they do. Most econs, most economists are, for instance, rabidly pro-immigration. They tend to be liberal, but not like neocon, keep the Browns out liberal. They tend to be like reinvest in our community post-Keynesian. Like at the most right-leaning, we have like lower taxes, but also we still need these things addressed. And I'm pretty sure that economists were very on board with whatever you'd need to take care of the pandemic, because it's been shown that lockdowns aren't what hurt the economy. The pandemic is what hurt the economy. Even in areas that had lockdowns but then removed them, the economy didn't spike back up afterwards. It stayed bad because nobody wants to walk around when they know the virus is out there. It's a depreciatory effect on the economy no matter what. You do not want an econ advisor up there. It's just you're not going to get the answers you're looking for. And why a military advisor? What else?
And had people speak from different segments of society, because what the president is supposed to do in particular, but what our public representatives are supposed to do, is bring together all these different segments, all these different interests in society, so that we can have a coherent, balanced
religious advisor.
Policy. But that's not.
I will say, though, I do want to say that in principle, what he's describing would be based as fuck. The idea of a president having like a weekly or a monthly session where there are like advisors from different academic fields, or like you know, if you have like you've got legal, economic, health, military, civic, and academic, and like all of that, and then the president, like it's publicly broadcast, and the president hears input on what they think is important for the country right now. Isn't that what the cabinet's supposed to be for? Yeah, and the cabinet absolutely does not do that. But in concept, the idea of having like that input, or at least having like a broadcasting of that input, would be pretty cool. The issue is you would need to make sure you don't have a cabinet situation, because the cabinets are literally just filled with cronies that get appointed by the president, you know? It would need to be like people the president doesn't want to hear the words from, you know? Like, I don't want Trump to have fucking Betsy Davis up there, you know, like, oh yeah, educationally, what we need is fewer schools. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's probably not. Devosh. Do I mean Davos? No, I mean Devashi. Thank you.
How the regime wants to govern itself, okay? That is not how the technocratic progressive regime wants to be just run by a bunch of eggheads that kick out every other interest in society. And there's at least one Republican governor in this country who sees the problem for exactly what it is.
Oh, it's about to cut out.
Heard the news.
It's going to cut out any second now.
Allison Williams to lead a very special sports series exclusively for our members. Allison was a seasoned sports reporter for ESPN.
Who the fuck cares? Who asked? Nobody did. Eat shit. We skipped over an earlier segment, I think.
Sick and stupid, but when I was a kid, non-consensual sex was called rape.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Where are we? What?
The opposite goal from the idea of proper civic education. And
okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. We're back at the. We're back at that one governor who's saying that kids should learn to not be racist or whatever.
We're also neglecting the actual academic subjects. That's what we got to teach, though. And if parents don't want to teach diversity and equity and inclusion, well, they can go to hell, because
yes, and true. Correct and based. Yes. Very true. Yes. The whole point of having public education is that your children's education is not subject to the whims and biases of every dumb fuck parent out there. Like, that's the point. That's the whole point. That's the reason we have education as a concept. Otherwise, we would just have everyone be homeschooled all the time and then just throw them to the wolves. If you're sending them to an educational institution, then you are deferring to that institution the right to teach them things. And there are few things more important to teach them than diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I, Terry McAuliffe, I, the Virginia state bureaucracy, I, the school boards in Virginia, we are going to make the decisions.
Yes.
Even if it means that a little girl gets raped.
Now, guys, I'm going to ask you. Wait, first of all, what? If this school board does not stop teaching children diversity, equity, and inclusion, I, Michael Knowles, will rape this child. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, you can stop teaching it, okay? This is on you. I don't know. What do you think the likelihood is that what he's about to talk about will have absolutely nothing to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion? Are you ready? I'm ready.
In a high school bathroom. You know that story. This is the story the Daily Wire broke. No one wanted to talk about it. Daily Wire broke the story. They've got transgender bathrooms in Loudoun County and a boy who wears a dress viciously raped. I mean, the most extreme rape. I'm not going to go into the...
Let me look at the Daily Wire article. All right, let's go looking. Let's find out. Is this Loudoun County? I think, is this it? Somebody posted the link. Yeah, but that makes them a linker. Is it Loudoun County? Okay. Scott Skiss was arrested, meaning this. Seriously? Okay. Thanks, Daily Wire. It's all Daily. Well, I did literally look up Daily Wire. True. Okay. There's like 20 articles on this. Oh my god, I haven't even heard of this. Is there like a Wikipedia article? Is this gonna let me see the whole thing, or is it gonna? Okay. It was date rape. They were already hooking up. Let me see. The Washington Post finally got around to covering. Oh, thank you. The Washington Post. That's better. There we go. Okay. A teen accused of sexually assaulting a fellow student Loudoun County High School in May is also accused of a second sexual assault less than 5 months later. Holy shit. Got a fucking serial predator over here. The alleged assaults, first in May and second October, sparked anger who showed up at school board meeting, complaining about the handling of it from the school. The parents who spoke at the meeting grew emotional, saying they feared for the safety of their children. Okay, where's the trans bathroom element? Oh, we're getting up in it. The parents of the victim of the first alleged assault issued a statement Thursday through the Stanley Law Group blaming school officials. They asserted that the charged youth is gender fluid and the incident occurred in a girl's bathroom. Those details have not been confirmed by authorities. The parents spoke out against a policy put in place by the school board several months later in August, allowing students to use bathrooms that match their gender identities. At the time of the alleged incident, the policy was not in place. What? Huh. Fascinating. The sexual assault our daughter endured should never happen to any young girl, true, or any child, true, attending a public school, the statement read, but because of indifference and negligence by Loudoun County Public Schools and the Loudoun School Board, it did. And now it has happened to another girl at another Loudoun County school at the hands of the very same assailant. The Washington Post does not generally identify victims of sexual assault and is not naming the parents to avoid indirectly identifying their daughter. Okay. A spokeswoman for the parents, who have been public about the alleged assault, said the parents declined to speak to the Post on Thursday. Loudoun school spokesman Wade Biart, I've never seen a name that had an AY and then a YA, said the district cannot comment on the alleged student transfer because of state and federal privacy laws protecting student records. He did not comment on the family's statement. The first alleged assault occurred May 28th at Stonebridge High School in Ashburn, according to the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. In a Wednesday statement that followed growing focus on the incident, social media news reports, the Sheriff's Office said one of its school resource officers was notified of the alleged assault the same day, and an investigation was quickly started. Officials said it was conducted over several weeks by the Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit. I've seen a TV show about that. Authorities said in the statement that on July 8th, a male 14-year-old was arrested in the case and charged in juvenile court with 2 counts of forcible sodomy. In the statement, the Sheriff's Office said it did not report the incident in a news release at the time because at the time of the arrest, because the suspect and the victim were familiar with each other, the investigation was complex and a public announcement had the potential to identify a juvenile victim. Loudoun County Commonwealth's attorney Bhuta Bibaraj said in an interview the youth at some point was released from juvenile detention as the case proceeded. Okay, been accused on October. So I'm just going to skim this. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for anything relevant to the claim that this has anything to do with trans bathroom rape or whatever. Sexual battery. Did you just hear pigeon? Pigeon, we're talking about serious... She just wants to play. She was staring right at me, and as I walked up to her, she just darted away. God. Okay. I'm a dumbass. All right. On October 7th, the sheriff's office outlined the allegation, saying the 15-year-old male student had forced the victim into an empty classroom where he held her against her will and inappropriately touched her. Okay, so the second sexual assault had literally nothing to do with trans bathroom anything. Like, literally no relationship. So we're only talking about the first assault, and the first assault was before they implemented the policy for trans inclusionary bathroom usage, so it had nothing to do with anything. The schools, more transparent sexual forward. Okay. Well, at least from what I'm seeing here, there's literally no evidence whatsoever that the school's policy had anything to do with anything because it wasn't even implemented at the time of the first assault, which was the one that took place in a bathroom. Also, is there even any evidence here that they were trans? So the accusation that the kid was gender fluid came from the parents of the victim, but that's not really a confirmation. The term trans doesn't even come up here. It's transferred, transfer, transparent, and transfer. Okay, trans doesn't even come up in this. Jeez. Okay, this is nothing.
Details. It's as horrific as it gets in a bathroom because a boy went into the girls' room, a boy who's allowed to pretend that he's a girl sometimes, and boys and girls are allowed to go into whatever bathroom they want. A girl was victimized, and then the school covered.
So do I still have to respond to this, or have I sufficiently proved that he's lying? I've already done it, right? I've already done it. Okay.
Covered it up because the school is obviously. First, the school tried to cover it up. Then the school tried to deny it. Now, a Virginia.
So as for the allegations that the school tried to cover it up, I'm sure there's stuff to go into there. Schools do have a history of covering up like sexual assault that happens on their campuses because they want to avoid bad publicity. I'm not talking about any of that. It's possible that happened. It's possible that it didn't. I'm only looking into the claim that allowing trans people into bathrooms of their chosen gender is what led to an assault, which does not seem to be the case.
Virginia court has ruled there is enough evidence to find that this boy, who occasionally pretends to be a girl, did.
We also didn't find any evidence of that. I guess it could be true, but it still doesn't have any bearing on the bathroom rules, which weren't implemented at the time.
In fact, engage in, quote, non-consensual sex. Now, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, maybe I'm just a little thick and stupid, but when I was a kid, non-consensual sex was called rape. But now we don't call it rape because rape evokes real images. It's an evocative.
Yeah, we do. He might just be thick and stupid. Yeah. We use that term. It's a term that's used. Non-consensual sex means rape. That's the term that they use. I'm pretty sure, like, this is I don't think they were holding off on the descriptor there. It's possible they didn't use rape just because they'd used it earlier in the article, or they wanted to save that judgment for the courts, or whatever. I don't know. It seems pretty much the same term.
Evocative word. Non-consensual sex. That's just another kind of PC jargon to.
Your Honor, the claim that I non-consensually had sex with that woman is just more PC jargon. I did not hear anyone use the term rape at the time. When she said, "I do not consent," I couldn't hear her as I was screaming, "That is PC jargon," are you talking about? Dude, you make yourself sound so fucking rapey when you say shit like that. You can't be like, these SJWs wouldn't call it rape because they wanted to protect trans ideology, and then go like, non-consensual sex is just jargon. Like that you're coming off a little sussy, my friend. A little sussy-wussy.
To paper over the harsh reality of this genius. The leftists are saying, we do want this in our schools. It is not an exaggeration to say that Terry McAuliffe has to own this.
Wait, what?
School. We don't want this in our school. Terry McAuliffe has to own that. The parents are saying, we don't want this in our schools. The leftists are saying, we do want this in our schools. It is
talking about the bathroom stuff?
Not an exaggeration to say that Terry McAuliffe has to own this. Michael, how can you say Terry McAuliffe doesn't run the school? He's not the superintendent. He's not the principal. He didn't even push this policy in the school.
Oh, so wait, hold on. So according to this op-ed, at least, the reason why that serial rapist, or letting the accused rapist return to school is the preferred GOP policy and was a big Betsy DeVos agenda item. As Betsy DeVos, Trump's Secretary of Education, said last year, too many students have lost access to their education because their school inadequately responded when a student filed a complaint of sexual harassment or sexual assault. Damn. That's interesting. Well, I guess that's what the right wants in our schools.
Come on, Michael. Look, it might have happened even if they didn't have the transgender bathrooms. Yeah, maybe. It would have been a lot harder, first of all.
They didn't have it at the time.
Lot less likely to have happened. And the buck stops with the governor. This guy was the governor, Terry McAuliffe. He wants to be the governor again. And he's pushing for these policies. So he owns it.
I wish I could
and this
talk
is not
to Michael
just
Knowles.
at the local level. It's not even just at the level of Virginia and the Commonwealth and state level. It goes up to the national level. But I think people are misreading the real...
No, he wasn't. Ralph Northam wasn't the governor. Terry McAuliffe hasn't been the Virginia governor since 2018. Wait, really? He wasn't even the governor at the time? How many layers deep are we going on this one? Hold on. He hasn't been... So Ralph Northam is the current governor? Is he D or R? Democrat. So wait, then why are we talking about the other guy? Because he's the one who's going to run for next term, I assume, in 2022? That's why, isn't it? It's like... because he's the next one up? Okay, gotcha.
Motivations here. So,
oh, he just
the
lost.
White House
oh, yeah,
just
yeah,
released the
Virginia, I
national
forgot.
strategy.
I forgot about all of this. The fucking... I forgot about all that, yeah. So this podcast would have come out right before the election, because this was in late October.
On gender equity.
That's
and
why
equality.
He was focusing on the guy.
Okay, this Kamala Harris just tweeted it out. You've got container ships off the coast that can't get any goods and services to get any good. I suppose they don't have a lot of services on the container ships. You go into a grocery store, the shelves are empty. You go to the gas tank, the prices are through the roof. You try to go into a restaurant, but you've got to show your Vax passport. People are losing their jobs if they won't take the Fauci ouchie. Country's in turmoil. That's why we need a national strategy on gender equity and equality, right?
What the literal fuck is the relationship between these things? The economic shortages are part of a global supply chain issue that the president can't directly control. The employment vaccine mandates are literally not up to the president. Like, what are you talking about? Knowles is framing this in a way to manipulate his audience. Yeah, of course. Knowles is a propagandist, just like all the cucks who work at the Daily Wire. He's just one of the stupider ones, so it's kind of funny. His brain is working at full capacity trying to run this through. I legitimately would not be surprised if he had pointers on a teleprompter, or at least like notes on a PowerPoint in front of him that he deferred to like kind of keep the pace of the show, because this is probably him operating at like full capacity. It's very warm in that room from all the heat streaming from his ear holes.
A lot of people think, one, this is a big distraction. A lot of people think, two, this is Marxism, you know, this is some radicalism, and it's undermining our great liberal democracy. I think there's something even more basic at play here. Just listen to the first paragraph of the National Strategy on Gender Equity and Equality. President Biden and Vice President Harris believe that advancing gender equity and equality is fundamental to every individual's economic security, safety, health, and ability to exercise their most basic rights. It is also essential to economic growth and development, democracy and political stability, and security of nations across the globe. Economic growth, hold on, gender equity is important to economic growth.
I can't believe he's about to die on this hill. It's unfathomable. Yes. He's okay. Just do it, man. Just
you go down a few paragraphs, some more platitudes in here, and then
well, you're not gonna.
This strategy identifies 10 interconnected priorities. Guess what number 1 is? Economic security.
Okay.
It seems to me that all this crazy gender focus and the push of transgenderism and feminism and
wait. What? Talk about the actual document. What are we talking about? We haven't mentioned transgenderism. If you have an issue with the idea that women's rights are essential to economic stability, then go for it. What do you got?
Making sure that women work as much as they possibly can in the widget factory and never stay home and raise their kids and never have a family and never run the household, and they just work for the man.
I think he's projecting a little bit right now. Just a little bit, a smidgen.
I think that a lot of this comes not even necessarily from Marxism or from radical social theory.
But
I think a lot
fascism.
of this comes from neoliberalism. I think a lot of it comes from the
Wait! You're telling me the Biden administration put out a document derivative of neoliberal ideology? That's actually the most correct thing I've ever heard him say. This is legitimately the first time I have ever heard a Daily Wire type correctly identify a Biden administration document as being a product of neoliberalism. Now, he's about to say some extraordinarily dumb shit, like the idea that gender equality for women means that you want them to work for 80 hours a week and never take care of your kids. He is and has already done that. But he has accidentally stumbled upon a correct invocation of that term. I'm honestly a little bit proud.
Ruling elite that just wants to make as much money as they possibly can, and when half the country is staying home raising kids, they're not going to make as much money, and GDP is not going to be as high, so they've got to force women out of the home, and they've got to force women to go work for some guy doing spreadsheets for their entire life so that they can make enough money so that they can pay some other woman to raise their kids, if they choose to have kids at all, which is increasingly less and less common.
So there we go. The language that he uses here is obviously incredibly biased. The presumption is that men should be the one being forced to work here, of course. Which, no, fuck women. They're suffering with us, okay? Yeah, sorry. If you want to make life better and give parents more time with their children, then you can fight for maternity and paternity leave, which, oh wait, you don't. You fight against that. Conservatives always do, because they don't give a fuck about families. So, yeah, no, I don't. If you, like, conservatives will say we want women to stay at home with their family and then support every economic policy that makes it impossible and fight against every economic policy that would make it possible. Michael Knowles is like, yeah, women should stay at home with the kids. And then he will support policies that lead to unaffordable housing, which means that a larger portion of any family's rent income is going to have to go to rent. Fight against any kind of paid leave for men or for women, which means that less time can be spent with the family. Any kind of social spending on daycare being expected for parents, meaning that they can more easily defer some time, like part-time jobs, to support the family rather than spending all their time working to support their kid going to daycare. Against child tax credits, about any kind of economic incentives towards the poor. He's against welfare. Welfare would make it much, much, much easier for poor families to take care of their children rather than working 3 jobs just to get like food in their mouths and having like family members like work for them. He is against everything you could do to make America more pro-family, but he'll still virtue signal over it. I want to talk with these guys about that. Yeah, shoot, didn't he get mad at you on this? Didn't you argue with him on Twitter, or he like did a show about this? Michael Knowles, are you Michael? Probably not. Michael, can we talk about this? Michael, if I can remember to, I'm going to bully you on Twitter about this. I will. I want to talk with you. Why is every conservative so anti-family? They're all, oh, liberals want to take women out of the house, and then you'll do everything. You'll do everything possible to make it completely economically unviable for lower or middle class families to spend time with their children. I'll find a way. I'll find time.
And I think that's really what it's about. You'll notice after the economic issue, you've got improving economic security. Then they talk about gender-based violence. And then they say increasing access to health care. Well, what do they mean by health care? It says it right here in the second bullet point.
God.
Defend the constitutional right to safe and legal abortion in the United States, established in...
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by health care? What? Okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, he didn't block me, did he? Did Michael Knowles block me? Oh, it's Michael J. Knowles, not Michael. Okay, yeah, hold on. All right, there we go. Hey, Michael Knowles, would you be interested in discussing pro-family policies? My political not political program. My what's the boomer term for what I do? Live show? My news show? Broadcast? We'll just go broadcast. Yeah, my radio station. Change back your profile picture. Holy shit. No, it's fine. The NFT icon will only improve the likelihood of this working, okay? Go. Go. Send him. Go.
Roe versus Wade and promote access to sexual and reproductive health
and
rights both at home and abroad. Of course, abortion is not reproductive health. It's the opposite of reproduction, right? It's killing a baby. Why? Why do they push abortion? In part, it's these radical social theories, but in part, it's that women...
It's been law of the land for like 50 years. I don't know if it's really radical. And we've been doing it for millennia.
Can't be expected to just go back and work all the time and continue to seem indiscernible from men if they can't kill their babies, because babies have the ability to conceive and bear children is a difference between men and women. So you've got to push contraception. You've got to push abortion. You've got to push women out of the home. This was a...
Hey, I think it's really revealing that their issues with abortion have nothing to do with, like, the fetus when they put it alongside contraception. It's extraordinary how like, revealing they are. They want women to be punished for sex. If you're going to have sex, you need to be saddled with a child. That is the role he wants women to fill. So the fact that he would put abortion and contraception alongside each other, when by his ethical system, by their stated ethical system, they should be in whole other worlds, is indicative that they don't actually give a fuck about the fetus. Remember when we were watching that Charlie Kirk debate, and Charlie Kirk was like, was like, yeah, abortion is murder. People who do abortions are murderers. And then he was asked how he felt about his female friends who had had abortions, and Charlie Kirk was like, well, I feel for them because they've been misled by pro-abortion propagandists. Charlie, that is not how you would refer to anyone who did a fucking murder in real life. You would never talk about some criminal who, like, murdered someone in the street and go like, well, I feel bad for them because I'm friends with them and I feel bad for them and I just wish they hadn't been led astray. You clearly don't actually think that abortion is murder. I don't think that any of them do, honestly. Like, conservatives are super duper emotionally driven. Emotionally, we're going to have way more of an investment in the living, like the sustained life of an actual human being who's around and has an existence, as opposed to a zygote, you know? They fake it. I think they fake it. Some of them convince themselves they actually believe it, but I think for the most part they fake it. They don't actually think it's a life. They don't consider it a life. They don't treat it like a life. They don't have a funeral when somebody has a miscarriage. It's virtue signaling. What they actually care about is punishing women for having sex. All their language supports this. Otherwise, there'd be absolutely no reason to put contraceptives and abortion in the same category. Like, there'd be no reason to. Because they're not the same thing to them. Their issue with abortion is supposed to be the fetus, right? The life you're snuffing out. Contraception prevents that from ever happening. So why are you putting them in the same category?
Big debate between Betty Friedan, the American feminist, and Simone de Beauvoir, the
Go
French
like
feminist.
that tweet,
Betty
dipshits.
Friedan said, give women the choice to work or stay home. Simone de Beauvoir said, no, you can't. If you give women the choice, too many of them will stay home. And that's not conducive to liberation. And I think our neoliberal ruling class, I think they see the exact same thing. Follow, as always in politics, follow the money. We got to protect our civilization. We've got to protect our homes.
Oh my God. Follow the money. He's leading into an ad segment.
When you want to protect your home, I'd recommend you check out Ring. You know.
Yep. Incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. Absolutely spectacular shit. I love this dude. Pre-watched? No, you could see the little bottom thing when you scroll in the thumbnail. The little like ad card that reads at the bottom. How does he know?
That I go on the road a fair bit, and sometimes when I go on the road, I go solo, and I like to know that my wife and sweet little baby can know who is outside the door before they open that door, and sometimes I take the family with me, and then I still get incredible peace of mind.
Thank you. All right, that's enough, Michael Knowles. We're jumping around the one half of the podcast we were able to access. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot, this got ratioed because he was stupid enough to advertise it. What are we, Man, I hate to admit it, but this guy's got a point. I learned about shapes and geometry, and now I'm a fucking dodecahedron. No, guys, he's right. They taught me the Pythagorean theorem in school, and now I'm a triangle. He's actually totally right. I was taught about the Founding Fathers in 6th grade, and I am now the Declaration of Independence. So using they, them isn't correct, but saying transes is... I say transes. He's right. I was taught about communism. Now I'm Karl Marx. We got a lot of these here. Hi, I'm a preschool principal, and I personally inject each child with either testosterone or estrogen every day while they nap with the sole intent of transing them. This is a real thing that I do, and you should focus on this very real problem and not things like poverty or social injustice. God. Fucking dorks. I transed 4 people this morning. I wonder how many people realized they were trans or like came to terms with the fact that they're trans watching my content, because I've gotten a fair number of emails from people being like you know, like yeah, I watched your stuff and that's how I felt comfortable with my... I wonder if it's like 10 people, 50 people. How many people have I transed? Not really transing you, of course. I'm just giving you arguments to help you self-rationalize your identity, but... Well, there seem to be a fair number of people in chat who feel that way. My God. Under college Title IX policies, if a guy gets falsely accused of sexual assault at college, how does he go about disproving the allegation? I don't know what college Title IX policies are. What do you mean? You mean through like the school system? You mean like socially or like legally? What? Yeah, if there's an investigation, isn't there? Yeah. How y'all doing, folks? I'm still really my face still feels really warm even though we had the AC on. God damn. I do know at least one other thing that I need to cover though. Okay, so what's happening with the YouTube dislikes? Seriously. Are we actually doing that or not? Like, it looks like they rolled it back. There are people saying that they may have rolled it back. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what their goal is. YouTube has threatened this before. I want to talk about it, I guess, the theory of it. Like the reasons why you might be for or against it. Because there are important reasons, okay? So, likes and dislikes being visible are very, very important for a couple of reasons. First of all, depending on what you're looking for, they can be really indicative of the quality of the video that you're about to consume, okay? So, especially, this is my big thing, okay? If you're looking for an obscure tech solution, like if there's some technical thing that you're trying to fix, it could be with installing a old like video game like port or like tech stuff on like mods. It could be like you're having audio issues with the interface between one app and one particular piece of hardware. YouTube's a great place to look for solutions, but the likelihood of those solutions working is very low, and usually they'll like this. Jesus Christ. Pigeon! You want to be a part of the video? Congrats, you're now going to be part of the whole video. Is this what you wanted? It's what you're getting. She ran downstairs. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Having a lot of dislikes means the tech solution won't work. Now, I don't think there's much of a social benefit to removing dislikes, you know? Because if people are going to hate bomb your videos, they're just like going to leave negative comments. Can't you literally turn likes and dislikes off normally anyway? Can't you choose to do that? Like, you can literally choose to do that. The only reason to force it... Okay, let me put this another way, okay? I have to run downstairs. Let me put this another way, okay? YouTube will probably make changes that benefit some demographics of their user base. Probably the ones they're most interested in incentivizing investment from. One of the things that YouTube has been doing for the past couple of years is becoming more and more like TV. YouTube Premium, it's really hard to catch your breath when you're talking. YouTube Premium gives you access to a ton of YouTube-specific shows. More and more like corpo shit is getting put on the platform, getting millions and millions of views. It's getting more established. It's getting more legitimized. How'd that work, Pigeon? How'd that work? Oh my god. Just let go. Ow! Ow! You're still here for the segment. Yep. There we go. All right. My feeling is that YouTube's decision to remove dislikes had something to do with the desire to make the platform more palatable to investors and corporations who debut material on YouTube. That's my feeling, okay? Because if you want to, you can just remove likes and dislikes from your video anyway. But when you do that, you kind of concede defeat a little bit. A video that has likes and dislikes removed is basically admitting to the people watching it, we got ratioed. That's pretty much all I see. So, removing dislikes by default is a non-preemptive self-report way of preventing videos which are likely to get a lot of dislikes be free. From looking bad. And now she's back here again. She's right here. What was the purpose of this, Pigeon? What was the purpose of this silliness? Okay. I think it's a really bad decision because the corporatization of YouTube is potentially something which could be really destructive to the attitudes on this platform. There is a social viability to being able to see dislikes and a viability to it being known that you had to manually turn likes and dislikes off. I feel like the people who would benefit the most from this are the big shows who want to put their platform on there. Because let me be clear, no big show is going to want to put episodes of their television program on YouTube if they know they're going to get mass disliked. Think about that. You can't do that on any other big streaming service. If a dog shit show gets released, or some unpopular like Marvel, DC, whatever, like Flash season 8 or whatever the fuck, or a news show or whatever, like they can't you can't really ratio that shit, you know? You understand what I mean? It's a way of it's a way of warning people away from that content. You're right. Look what happened to Netflix and the Amy Schumer special that got planned. What happened? What happened to the Amy Schumer special? You don't remember? I have a bad memory. They took away the rating system. Really? They removed ratings because of that special. Is that true? They actually removed it from the entire platform specifically because of that special? Is that true? Wow. Well, that just kind of directly supports my point, doesn't it? This actually directly proves everything that I'm saying. The reason why they want to get rid of likes and dislikes on videos is essentially because they want to avoid the kind of community backlash that can discourage big companies from putting their content on YouTube. Which would be really, really bad, you know? Ratioing that shit or whatever. Which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they do that already with stuff that's on YouTube Premium, right? If I go on YouTube right now and I look up, say, Mindfield, which is a YouTube Premium show, I'm pretty sure? Is it YouTube Premium? I have YouTube Premium because I get benefits for it related to my channel, but is that a YouTube Premium thing? Yes, but it's free now? Okay. But when I saw this, and I think it's always been like this, it's like this. Likes and dislikes are off, comments are off. It's just like a TV show, like this, you know? But they would have had to do this manually, correct? Like, Vsauce would have had to manually choose to disable comments and likes and dislikes. Now, I don't think that he has to worry about looking bad for doing this because all Vsauce content is good and nobody doesn't like it. Everybody likes it. But if there were, say, TV series being dumped on YouTube and, you know, 13 Reasons Why Season 4 was being put on YouTube, or like The Flash, or the last season of Dexter, or hey, what about Game of Thrones Seasons 5 through 8? I have a feeling that the ability, even the the perception of an ability to ratio this stuff. I'm making a terrible job making my points right now. I don't know why I got so winded chasing Pigeon up and down the stairs. I want to be clear, by the way, it wasn't just chasing her up and down the stairs. She like did a little dart around a trash can that I had to shoulder check like into the side of to get her. Okay, I had to put some effort. I had to put some goddamn effort into getting her. She's squirrely. She's fast, you know, and she's not exactly slippery because of her highly textured mushroom-like body, but you know, you do have to put some serious effort into capturing her. Look, YouTube has been highly commercialized, but it is still it is still a very authentic platform in a lot of very unique ways. The internet is not like how it used to be. The internet used to be a wild west. People made videos on YouTube because it made them happy, not because it made them money. There weren't big corpos like shouldering in on the platform. It was just a wild time to be online 15 years ago. It's not like that anymore. Things have closed down. They've consolidated. They've united. They've been corporatized, advertised. And sometimes there are benefits to this. There are lots of things that you like online that would not exist were it not for the money that you can now make monetizing all this stuff. This, what I do, I couldn't do this as a full-time job if it weren't for the systems that allow you to monetize content. I would have to do this as a side thing while working an actual job, which means there'd be less of it and it'd be lower quality, and I probably wouldn't have lights behind me or whatever. Maybe I would, I don't know. It would have to come out of whatever money that I put towards the rent. There are losses and there are benefits, but I do think it is important that we maintain the ability to dislike bomb videos. Even if it's abused sometimes, it is a reflection of the community's intent, of their desire, of their will, of their appreciation or lack thereof. And even though it is sometimes abused, I think it is on the whole a thing that is good for the platform. So we should keep it. If YouTube decides to not do it, to just like they were testing the waters and they pull back, then good, okay? Because they're going to do it again in a year. In a year, they're going to try it again, and we need to be angry with them then too, okay? Somebody in chat said the reason why I'm flush might be because I'm still sick, and unfortunately I think that might be the case. I'll have some chicken noodle soup after stream, okay? Let me read donos, and then I'm going to go have some chicken noodle soup. Son of Flynn, thanks the 2 tier 1 subs. Puar96, thank you for the $3. Is it wrong for a lefty to work for problematic government agencies like the CIA, State Department, etc.? Lefties need more power, but can this be justified? Those job postings would be filled whether you were there or not, okay? If you declined, somebody else would accept. At least if you're there as a lefty, there's the potential that when drone striking some Afghan village, you can fucking put in the wrong coordinates, okay? I don't know. I don't care. Stover610, thanks the very kind $15. Eternal Ring and Kingsfield were my favorites from software on the PlayStation 2. I'm afraid I never played those games. I don't even know anything about them. George Gabriel, thanks the £5. Love you too. Carbonated Peach Milk with the 666. Ah, the ghost got me early. Oh no. No, at least you donated first. And Chemical Rascal with 777. Please no French spook. Not yet. All right, let's run through the linkers. I'm sorry about the short stream and the general lack of streams lately, guys. Just I'm very much a creature of passions, and when I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, Jesus. When I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, it definitely does diminish my ability to keep up with segments and banter with chat. It really does come down to the enjoyment factor. Far Eastern Myth, thanks for the very, very kind 2 gifted tier 1 subs. Starship size comparison. It hits a lot of different sci-fi. Is this the The one where they have the 3D models that it zooms out further and further. Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this. Okay, hold on. I won't watch the whole thing, and it's probably copyright anyway. It's definitely copyrighted. At 19 million views. However, how far do we have to go before we get 40K representation? There's no way they're not in here, right? There's the Nemesis from... Okay, hold on. We're in the kilometers already. The Mothership from District 9, the Borg Cube, Star Wars, Transformers, WALL-E, Avengers, Red Dwarf. Ah, there we go. There's the Eternal Crusader from Warhammer 40K. There are bigger ships than this, but 40K ships aren't that big compared to a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, like, in Gurren Lagann, there are ships that are the size of, like, the entire universe, so... Gurren Lagann is in there. We can skip through it, yeah. Wouldn't the largest... Yeah, the craft worlds. The Eldar craft worlds would be the largest. Oh, here we go. The Universe-class mass conveyor from 40K. Avatar from EVE Online. Erebus from EVE Online. Traveler from Destiny. Mass Relay, Mass Effect, the Executor from Star Wars. Oh, there it is. There's the Highliner from Dune. 20 kilometers long. My goodness. City Destroyer from Independence Day. Supremacy from Star Wars. The Citadel from Mass Effect. The Tet from Oblivion, Elysium, Vigor's Vessel, Keep Star. There's the Death Star. Golter Damarung. I don't know what that's from. Oh, there's the bigger Death Star. There's a big jellyfish. Actually, two big jellyfishes. There's the star planet. There's Leviathan, Soulgate, Alahenina, the Almighty. The Dreadnought. Destiny sure is here a lot. The Harvester Mothership Independence Day. That would collapse under its own gravity. At that shape. There's the Cathedral Terra. That's made out of the moon. The Halo. That's big. There's our star. And then there's the Dyson Sphere from Star Trek and a ring world. Oh, it doesn't go any bigger than that? There are ships bigger than that, I'm pretty sure. Also, are these really ships? I'm pretty sure you'd consider these like buildings, right? Like a Dyson Sphere doesn't have an engine in the way that a ship would. Yeah, mega structure. Also, I feel like this is too big for a ring world. Does anyone else feel that way? This is a little bit too large for a ring world, in my humble opinion. This is very, very large, okay? This ring world, I'm pretty sure that this ring world, like, width-wise, like, if you were to go from the top to the bottom of a single point on that ring, it would still be, like, 1,000 times the diameter of the Earth. Its diameter is the size of Earth's orbit. That would be big. That would be large. That'd be very big. Very large. Very big and large. Very big. So all of it's in the habitable zone? Oh, good point. You're right. You'd have to have it like this so it's all in the habitable zone. I hadn't even considered that. Wow, that would be unimaginably big. That would be so large. That would be so unfathomably huge. It's difficult to even perceive how large that would be. In fact, we can do the math on that, can't we? Right? We can do the math on that. We could well, I don't know what the thickness of that ring world is, but if you have the circumference okay, hold on. I'm not looking at chat. I want to do the math independently, okay? What is 1 AU? Okay? So 1 AU, let's simplify it. It's 150 million kilometers. Okay? So that's the radius of the circle that would be defined by the ring world. Okay, I forget my math. Okay, so relationship between radius and circumference. Chat, don't be mad. Okay, pi times the diameter. Okay, so 2 pi r 2 pi r. Thank you, okay? Gonna pull out the calculator. So 150 million kilometers times 2 is 300 times, let's just go 3.14 times that. So the circumference is about 1 billion kilometers. Okay, so that's the circumference, all right? But we're looking for an area here, okay? So the area would be the circumference times the estimated height of the ring, right? Because we have the circumference, so now we just need the height of the ring. So from what I'm looking at here, the ring's height looks to be about 2 times the diameter of the sun. So if we look at the diameter of the sun is about 860 miles. Can we get that in kilometers? Because that's what we were using before. 1.4 million kilometers. So if it's 2 times that, it would be 2.8 million kilometers. So if we multiply this, we get an area times equals. Okay, so the area of our ring world's interior facing the sun would be million, billion, trillion, 2.6 quadrillion square kilometers, which is very large. Now, let me see. Surface area of Earth. 167 million miles squared. Okay, in kilometers. Thank you. In kilometers. Thank you. It's still giving me in miles. Give me it in goddamn kilometers. Okay, about 510 square kilometers, okay? No, sorry, 510 million square kilometers, 510 million, okay? So then we divide this by 510 million. Okay, so the ring world would have the surface area of about 5.2 million Earths. That's a lot. And think, all one would have to do is, like, hit the ring world with an axe really hard, and it would break. So many suburbs. Return. Shut the fuck up, Shu. Pigeon, why are you on the desk? Pigeon, after this buffoonery you engaged in, do you really think, oh, you want to go in the sweater? Ooh, Pigeon. Pigeon. Here you go, Pigeon. Oh. Wow. Wow. Ooh. Okay, we really do need a baby cam. She will literally just walk to the corner of my desk and, like, bap the little sweater pile until you hold it up and open, like, the hole in it, and she'll walk in the hole, turn around, and sit down. You just drape it over her, and she's good. Why do you have the sweater pile? For her. Ooh. Hello. You're so annoying, but so cute. So ugly. Show us the sweater. It's, funnily enough, it's actually the only branded sweater of me. It was a test run. It's got another Politics is Done But Very Important logo, another one printed on it, and it's like a hoodie. It's the only one in existence. All right. How much? I promise we'll get the merch up and running soon. Had some operational difficulties. Yeah, it's just like an NFT. Okay, that was all me responding to one linker. Okay, we need to move it forward a little bit. Sake with the $10. I swear to God. Okay, buddy Vosh, next. True though. Fucking true. Majo Stonks, thank you for the $10. Okay, I'll give this a look. Brain uploading. Hugin Raven, thanks the tier 1 sub. Just want to get your reaction to this. Yesterday when it trending. I'm afraid I cannot react to an ancient 8-minute long YouTube video, but I love and respect you. Thank you. Lady Beatnik, thanks the $5. Did you see how the American Law Institute wants to set back a bunch of laws about child sex offense? What? Proposed changes to state criminal law could put a child's safety at risk. If you're convicted of selling children to someone to rape or sexually abuse them, you'd no longer have to register as a sex offender. Child sex trafficking would be viewed differently going forward. No longer a sex crime, but a financial one. Interesting. That seems misguided. This is a very long article. I'll look into it. Who is this group? The American Law Institute. Is that? Do they have like a? Do they have like a? Do they have like any skin in the game of child sex trafficking? What? Is there a reason? I'll look into it. Satan is Axolotl. Thank you for the very kind $10. Hilarious trailer for Freedom Uncensored conference at Liberty University featuring Michael Knowles and Mike Huckabee.
We are faced with some very crucial and complicated issues. Problems that we no longer can ignore or allow to go unsolved.
This is about science and governance.
If you break the rules, be prepared to pay.
America is racist.
Because the only time religious freedom is invoked is in the name of bigotry and discrimination.
Yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
That's why they come to the United States, because we're the leaders.
Today, the free world must respond.
We do not make good gods.
Where they're dividing us on identity.
Don't believe the Marxist trope for a second.
Teach them to celebrate and love their country.
History is being rewritten before our eyes. We can be one nation under God.
How cool would it be? How awesome would it be if the left had this kind of money put into it, man? How awesome would that be? Like, if we had this, like, LARPy, overdramatic bullshit. If only. Labor you with the tier 1 sub. The UK has better teeth than the USA. Yes, that is true. The UK does literally have healthier teeth than the USA. In fact, the United Kingdom apparently has the 4th healthiest teeth around. We're at number 9. Reno Ano, thanks to $5. Since it's broadly agreed you're unironically evil, you should probably use babies. True. Evil friends. Ooh. Grumpy babies. And Cult of the Gays, thanks to the $5. Check out this Skyrim update they put out after you talking about it. Hold on. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Upgrade. Dude, there's another one? This is from 4 days ago. The anniversary upgrade includes pre-existing and new Creation Club content like quests, dungeon bosses, weapon spells, and more. How many re-releases have they done? I don't know. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna fucking doomer again. Okay. Listen up. I love you guys very much. Next stream will be longer, okay? I'll drink so much chicken noodle soup you won't believe it. You'll be like, oh my god. That he drank how much soup? Can the human body hold all that? And then the answer will be no. But I'll do it anyway. Let me raid into Lumi Roo. I love you guys very, very much. Take care. Remember, for Lumi Roo, it's more like Lumi Poo. Don't actually do that this time. I don't want it to be unoriginal. It has to be special. Take care. I love you all very, very much. Be kind to others, unless they are French.